Welcome to a Sacred Space podcast. I'm your host, Katie Smith. If you're ready to get organized, love your body, and fully connect with your soul, then this is the place for you. Listen in as I discuss all things home, body, and soul, and how to create space in our lives for joy, love, and deep connection. Let's get started. Hello, beauties. I am so excited for today. For no particular reason, just for fun. I'm having one of those really awesome high vibing days. So today I wanted to talk about what intentional living is and what that really means, or at least like what it means to me. So I know like there's a whole new awareness out there right now around living with intention and really being aware of the things that we choose and what we put on our bodies and what we put in our bodies and all of that stuff. And I think that that is super amazing and I love it. But I think that like for me, intentional living like goes a little bit deeper than that, than just the physical. For me, it's all about like a deep self-awareness and connection. It's always about connection. Pretty much everything I do and everything I talk about is going to be about connection. I think that it's super, super important, and it's been just kind of like the lesson in my life that I've just learned over and over, like how important it is, and what it means to like be connected on a deep level to yourself and to others. So for me, intentional living is about creating that connection with yourself and with your home, like with your environment, with your body, and with your soul. So it's great to start out with an awareness of what you put in your mouth and an awareness of what you put on your body, and making sure that you're not using things that have been, tested on animals and all of these different things, and being aware of the environment and recycling. And that is really awesome stuff. But intention itself is actually like purpose. Okay, so it's like a deep word that means purpose, and it is like where everything is created from within you. So when you have an intention for something, you create from that. And when you're not aware of your intention, you still create from that. And that's why like you hear that saying like the best of intentions. But a lot of times when we're not like connected with ourselves and we're not clear about what our intentions are, we end up creating stuff for ourselves that is really bad. We end up in really bad circumstances. We end up feeling pain and emotional trauma and different things like that because we were not aware of our intention, what our soul intention was at that point, or our subconscious intention was. And so that's why self-awareness and self-connection is so important, and setting conscious intentions is so important. And the biggest and best way to do this is by setting an emotional intention every day. So every day being aware of how you want to feel. That doesn't mean you feel that way every day, but that means that you are holding in your awareness that how I want to feel is this, and you make it into a mantra. So discovering how you want to feel first and foremost is the most important. And this can be kind of tough, but if you make it super simple, it works out pretty easily. So what I did the first time when I started doing this is I just like wrote a list of all of the emotions that I love feeling. So like bliss, excitement, love, connection, whatever, like a whole huge list. And it was a big list. And then I broke it down into things that were like more important to me. So this would also like be helping you discover what you value as well. which is super important, because if you don't know what you value in life, then you are definitely going to struggle. And I know that I spent most of my life not knowing what I wanted or what I valued, and I struggled. And it wasn't until I decided to start, living more of a conscious lifestyle and setting intention every single day that things started to change for me. And when I started to discover what I valued. And when you discover what you value, you start living within your integrity, and you start living as your authentic self. And so it's super important. So as you go through your list of words, then of words of intention of how you want to feel, you start narrowing them down based on what is most important to you. So if you have this huge long list, there's going to be some words that actually mean the same thing. And then you pick the ones, you combine those words by picking the one that holds a higher resonance for you. So say peace and harmony, they're very, very similar. Which one do I resonate with more? I think harmony. I'll pick that one. So it would be something like that. All right. And so then you narrow it down that way. And having a dictionary handy or Googling etymology of words it makes a big difference. I do that all the time. It's really good. So you narrow it down that way, and then you want to get it down to like 5 words. And then you sit with those 5 words or those 5 emotions, for like about a week, like try them on kind of thing. And then eventually you're going to come to a place where you really know, like you're number one. You start crossing them off the list. Like, yeah, that felt cool, but it's not where my soul is at. It's not what I'm really craving. Because when you find the thing, when you find the emotion that you really want to feel, your intention, your mantra, you will crave it. It will feel like amazing within yourself, and you'll be like, yes, that's the one. So, and be aware that this will change over time, but like, for this initial practice, that's where you start. So like, mine this year was connection. And that's what I chose. And then I sort of forgot about it. And then I did this 7-day mantra challenge with Bitten Desires. If you're on Instagram, look her up. It's at BITTENDEZIRES, Bitten Desires. She's super awesome. And she did a 7-day mantra challenge. And then it came like, well, I was doing that challenge because she helps you discover your own mantra during the challenge. It was like connection. I was like, oh, that was my word of the year. Like, how did I forget about it? But it's late in the year, and I fell off my intention horse. So, but that's the cool thing about intention, is that once you set it, the universe will always make sure that you stay on that. It will bring you back to it. So that's what happened, and that's basically the process. Just start with a whole bunch of words or a whole bunch of emotions that you want to feel, and then from that point, narrow them down, sit with them, and then grab the number one, the one that you want the most. And this is perfect to start at the beginning of the year. So since we're toward the end of the year here, it's great to start that process now, so you know what your intention for next year is going to be for the whole year, and what you're going to work for and strive for, and what you are going to value the most for that year. And then you can change it the next year if you want or not. But it will really make a huge difference. And if you are ready to have like the best year of your life, I promise you this is the best way to start. And this is what intentional living is. It's the awareness that helps you create your best life. And if you can live with intention, that means you're living with purpose. That means you're waking up every morning with purpose, and that you know how you want to feel, and that you know what you want to do that day. And even if you don't know what you want to do that day, you know how you want to feel. And so things will just come into your vibration, into your, I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for, into your energy field that will help you feel that way because you've set that intention. So it's a beautiful synchronistic way to live. And that's, basically what I teach. And I teach setting that intention within your home as being equally as important, because how we feel in our home is how we feel within our soul. Our homes are a reflection of the state of our soul, and they are very, very important. They are very, very sacred places that are important to the growth of our and evolution of our soul. So if we don't have a supportive environment, we are not being supported along our path, and we are not going to be able to expand and grow toward what we want. So having a supportive environment is key, and making sure that you are setting that in either that same intention or something similar within your home, and making sure that like you are completely aware of like, this is how I want to feel in my home, and you're doing a little something each day to make yourself feel that way within your home. That will totally support you along your path in doing that in all the other areas of your life. So that is intentional living, folks, at least a little piece of it, a good chunk of it. And I will definitely do more podcasts on that because it's my cornerstone. It is what I talk about, and I love it so much. If you have questions about this, or if you'd like to know more about intentional living, please head over to my website, which is sacredspacewithkatie.com. And there's tons of free resources and really awesome stuff on there to help you get started. And then you can always schedule a consult with me to discuss more and to discuss your needs and see if life coaching or home organization with me is the right fit for you. Okay, beauties, thank you so much, and have a beautiful, connected, intentional day.
Thank you so much for listening. I'm so glad you chose to join me today. Don't forget to subscribe so you get all the latest episodes right away. And if you love what you hear, leave me a review so that more people can hear it too. You can also register for updates at sacredspacewithkatie.com/podcast. Be sure to check out my website while you're there for all the great resources and free stuff. Have a beautiful day, gorgeous. See you soon.